Hey guys, this is Floyd with Floyd's Records, and today we're going to be reviewing the new Alestorm album, Curse of the Crystal Coconut. Now, first things first, this is my first album review ever. I just recently started this channel. I say first off, let me thank a bunch of you guys who recently watched my unboxing of the box set of the album, the Alestorm album. I want to thank you guys for watching that and reviewing or replying, give me comments, whatever. I really appreciate it. This whole thing is kind of new to me, so bear with me. So this is going to be a review for the Alestorm album. This is my first one. Again, I've never done reviews before. I have reviewed albums before, but I had a radio show back when I was in college called Floyd's Records on Ram Radio at ASU. I kind of did a similar thing, but I had a whole hour to do that, and I'm not going to do an hour on this. This will be short, sweet, to the point. I'm not going to talk for too long. So before I get into this album, I want to talk about Alestorm for a second. And they mean a lot to me. They're one of my favorite metal bands. Like I said, I said this in my recent video, but I remember buying Captain Morgan's Revenge and it just captivating me. And I thought this is like one of the coolest things I've ever heard. Pirate metal. And that was back in probably 2009 and maybe 2010, but I think it was 2009. I think Black Sails at Midnight. I wanted that one. If that maybe I heard Keelhauled first. Went to Hastings, rest in peace, and at the time could not find Black Sails at Midnight, so I bought Captain Morgan's Revenge instead. Came home and I was like, this is one of the coolest things I've ever heard. So let me just give you a summary of those albums real quick. I'm not going to review them. If you want me to review them, I can do that in another video. But Captain Morgan's Revenge is their first one. It's very thrashy, very good. There's tons of awesome drums on there. When I first heard it, I thought this is almost like Megadeth meets folk metal and pirates. And then the second album, Black Sails at Midnight, kind of followed the same thing. Still kind of the tone was still serious, and they kind of kept that serious tone until I would say Back Through Time. It started getting a little silly. Still, Back Through Time is an amazing album. I would give those first three records, 5 stars. But Back Through Time, they started getting a little bit more goofy per se, I would say. And then Sunset on the Golden Age, their fourth, which is my second favorite Alestorm album. I like Captain Morgan the most, and then Sunset is my second favorite. It's still a great album, but they started getting a little bit goofy. I didn't mind it at the time because I thought, okay, they know they're running out of ideas, but they're owning up to it, and they're gonna find a way to balance that. And No Grave But the Sea came out, the next one, and that one disappointed me. I remember going into it thinking, okay, they're going to continue this kind of silliness that Sunset on the Golden Age had, but maybe, I saw the track titles and I was like, I don't know about this, and I was overall disappointed. I'd give it 3 out of 5 stars. Again, I'll review that album in another video if you want to see that. But as far as the next one, this album goes, first off, I love the album cover. I think it's one of their best ones. All their album covers are really good. And just to show you guys real quick what it looks like on the inside, there's the CD, the first disc, and if you got this edition, then there's the second disc, the 16th century edition. And then you kind of get this little cool lyric booklet where it shows all the people in there, and it's good. They always do such a great job packaging their albums. So now to get into the review of this album, I'm going to, before I rank it, I'm going to talk about, my first listening experience, which was with my brother. I waited till I got the package in a few days before the album was actually released. Really cool. But I was going to wait to listen to it with my brother. So we agreed to drive around town and listen to it together. We listened to the whole thing from start to finish. And first listen, I was kind of like, I don't really know what to think, because Call of the Waves and Pirate Scorn, which are back to back, are my 2 favorite tracks. They're standout tracks. I think they're some of the best Alestorm songs they've done. Call of the Waves almost brings me back to like, Wolves of the Sea or Back Through Time, something you'd hear on that record. Wolves of the Sea being on Black Sails. And then the pirate scorn almost sounds like a flogging Molly type of track. But anyway, those two stood out to me. Tortuga was pretty good, and I'd already heard Tortuga and Fanny Baz and Treasure Chest Party Quest before when they were released as singles, and I watched the videos. Those songs stood out to me. Those two specifically, or those three: Tortuga, Call the Waves, and Pirate Scorn. Those stood out to me. I thought those were great tracks. The rest of the album, I didn't really know how to take it. I was like, it's kind of rough. I was like, that's not what I was going for. I knew they were going to be goofy. I knew it was going to be silly. I didn't expect the songwriting to be, in my opinion, again, this is all my opinion, so feel free to challenge me in the comments, disagree with me, dislike the video, like the video, whatever you want to do. But I think it was lazy. The writing seemed lazy. I admire them for being goofy and being above this, Sabaton, Keldian seriousness, which those are some of my favorite bands ever. I love, my favorite metal album ever is Outbound by Keldian. If you haven't heard it, go listen to it. It's space metal. It's awesome. And then Dystopia by Megadeth is up there, and then The Great War by Sabaton that just came out last year. Those are like three of my favorite metal albums ever. And then The Book of Souls by Iron Maiden. But that's all a different video. So, different videos, sorry. So anyway, going back to this one, I felt the songwriting was lazy, or is lazy. The instrumentation is lazy. Overall, most of it sounds uninspired. And again, I get it. They're joking. They do not take themselves seriously. So don't think that I'm completely, it's going over my head. Like, I get what they're going for. They made the album. My brother pointed this out. They made the album that they wanted to make. They wanted it to be goofy, and they didn't really care. And it's evident. You can tell they don't care. Because of that, I'm giving the album 2 out of 5 stars. I thought about 1 out of 5, but I love Alestorm, so I'm going to give him 2 out of 5. So Treasure Chest Party Quest, I'm just going to go in track order here real quick, and whatever. Treasure Chest Party Quest, pretty fun actually. It's goofy. I like how the song has nothing to do with pirates until they say Treasure Chest Party Quest. It comes out of nowhere. Fanny Baz, they drop an F-bomb in this song, and there's a lot of F-bombs on this album, and I'm not crazy about that. I'm weird. I don't mind bad language in metal or music most of the time, but the way it's done here, it sounds like they just started cussing for the first time. Chomp Chomp is actually a funny song about an alligator, and I kind of dig it. It's got a good riff to it. Tortuga, again, I like I praise them for taking risks and kind of genre skipping, the quote, Rise of Skywalker, we're light speed skipping. But anyway, whatever that, like, what were they, light speed skipping? Zombies Ate My Pirate Ship, did not like that song one bit. Call the Waves and Pirate Scorn, 6 and 7, love those tracks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The next one, No Fans, I'm not going to say the first part because it's got a bad word in it. Waste of my time. I thought it was really stupid. I guess they're trying to be funny, but I praise them for being goofy and doing whatever they want to. I didn't find it that funny, to be honest. Pirate Metal Drinking Crew, same thing. Didn't find it really that funny. Wooden Leg Part 2, The Woodening, was 8 minutes, waste of my time. To be like, seriously, Sunset on the Golden Age, the track is 11 minutes and it's epic. Terror Squid, Death Throes of the Terror Squid, epic. Almost 7-minute long Captain Morgan's Revenge, epic. This one's an 8-minute disappointment. Okay. Henry Martin is kind of cool. This folk song, it's traditional. It's a cover. And then, of course, Pirate Scorn was a cover. And then the 16th century version of the album, which I listened to today all the way through, it's actually more fun. I think it's a bunch of, spoiler alert, it's a bunch of video game noises. It's not 16th century pirate instruments, which I guess, again, they were just trying to be funny. Didn't really find it to be that funny since I spent money on it. But hey, I guess joke's on me. I bought the box set. So again, 2 out of 5 stars. Overall, I think Alestorm has lost their touch. I feel maybe they'll get it back. But I feel like when they used to sound like pirates who wanted to sing, now they just sound like pirate cosplayers. Like they don't even know what a pirate is. And I get it. That's what they're going for. So I bet they listen to this and they laugh and they think this is awesome. And it's getting great reviews everywhere. I mean, everybody's giving it great reviews, and I'm like, man, no. But I hope they keep making music. I support Alestorm all the way. I'm going to keep buying their records. And I really hope that they pull around and make a good one. Because as of now, this album I would not recommend to somebody. I would recommend their first 4 albums. Say the 5th has some good stuff on it, and this has 2 tracks that I think are really good. Call of the Waves, Pirate Scorn. My least favorite tracks are the rest of them, pretty much, except for Tortuga. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Again, comment, subscribe, like it, dislike it, do whatever you want to. I hope there's some other reviews out there I'll watch, and stay tuned. If you're there, my brother, he's also going to have a video out this Friday, I think. He's reviewing the album, so his name is, their name is called Pat and Beth's. That's his channel. It's he and his wife. They do this thing together. So check that video, please, and I hope you liked it. Let me know what you think. And anyway, thanks for watching, and God bless all you guys. And Alestorm rocks, so keep going.